Jon Ryan's compassionate and caring character is what allowed him to create historical change in the Navy and later in the Midway Volunteer Program. He specifies his relationship with his grandma, who motivated him to continue serving in the Navy. Their connection, though miles away, remained strong through the struggle of serving away from loved ones. After eventually retiring, Jon decided to enroll in the Midway Docent Program, where he gave tours of the historically rich ship and trained volunteers in his 7,000 hours. His passion for volunteerism and teaching the San Diego community, and specifically the youth, the legendary impact of the Midway on the United States history is what continues to motivate him to contribute back to the mental expansion of the ship's history. My name is Shukri Aiden, and I am a junior at Kearney DMD. I have worked on countless projects with different organizations, and I have never been as invested in a project as I have been with Project SAVE and the USS Midway. Being able to work individually with a volunteer has allowed me to formulate a connection and truly comprehend their impact and story. My volunteer, Jon Ryan, has showcased his compassion and tenderness through the series of interviews and meetings we've had with him. His passion for our success and the youth allows us to connect with him deeply and use that connection to properly broadcast his story. Ryan used his service to formulate lasting friendships and memories that overall impacted his character. He mentions the multiple exciting moments that he experienced with his peers and how that built his character and love for serving.
But it was instant fraternity house, because we were all the same people. We were all right out of college. Most of us were athletes. We were all kind of doing the same job. And within a week, we were all best buddies. Because we were doing the same thing. We'd go to, same story, go to breakfast, go to lunch. We're sailing the ship through the water. So we made a lot of good friends, close friends. But some of the silliness just went on and on and on. A lot of fun. And that's what I look back at.
Jon emphasized the ladder of life in both interviews. He uses this metaphor to instruct us of the importance of staying on track in your studies to have a successful future. His emphasis on our individual progress allows us to form a greater connection with him and overall showcases his care for the youth and their future.
Okay, here's something to think about. I said freedom is what our country is all about, and we're the only country on the planet that has the setup we have. So all of you can be anything you want to be. Anything you want to be. The old thing I learned was you're on a ladder when you're in high school. And if you're not going up the ladder, you're going down the ladder. There's no sideways with this ladder thing. So you want to keep going up the ladder. And the problem with your high school years is there's a lot of temptations to take a fork in the road and go off the ladder. So while you're in high school, you want to keep going up that ladder and be the best you can be.
Through the field trips and interviews with my volunteer, I was able to formulate a greater appreciation for volunteerism and the veterans in our community. My volunteer's passion for the betterment of San Diego's youth and community inspires me to contribute myself. I hope to better my community by volunteering for an organization like the Humane Society and helping raise awareness about recurring issues like animal abuse. Hearing and having the opportunity to showcase Jon Ryan's compassion and story allowed me to form a greater appreciation and connection with volunteerism and veterans in society. I would like to thank the 11th grade team for allowing me to experience this intergenerational connection. I would also like to thank my volunteer, Jon Ryan, for being vulnerable and allowing me to share his story with the San Diego community. Thank you.